Honorable Minister, sir, over the past 5 days, we have successfully trained 100 immigration officers, drawn from the Command and Control Center and other key units, including the Suspect Index, the Risk Analysis Cell, and, of course, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. In alignment with your commitment to interagency collaboration as a pillar of national security, we also included personnel from the Nigerian Police Force, the Department of State Services, DSS, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NADLA, Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, and also representatives from the Ministry of Interior. Sir, you may be pleased to know that our facilitators, drawn from the UNOCT Counterterrorism Travel Program, are globally recognized experts in passenger information management. Mr. Robert Musgrave, a pioneer trainer in passenger information and counterterrorism programs, served for 24 years in the United Kingdom Military Police. Mr. Dennis, on the other hand, is also a key member of the United Nations team. He brings with him 7 years of experience working in the Passenger Information Unit at the Schiphol International Airport in the Netherlands. During this program, participants engaged in capability mapping and training needs assessments. They were also introduced to the United Nations Counterterrorism Program, practical techniques for processing data from passengers, the development of terms of reference for the Command and Control Center, and the formulation of standard operating procedures, SOPs, to enhance the center's effectiveness. Additionally, all participants will be enrolled in the United Nations e-learning program, which offers certifications ranging from basic to advanced levels in API PNR data management. This training also provided participants with insight into the standard composition of passenger information units, PIUs, and also global best practices in passenger data processing. The past 5 days have been an engaging and insightful experience for the trainees. And I had a conversation with some of the trainees, and I was quite impressed with the fact that they had a very wonderful and engaging training. Thank you very much. We will present the observations and, of course, the recommendations to you, sir, for us to onboard some of these suggestions that have come from our facilitators. And we hope that you will also help us in making sure that we adopt some of these recommendations that have been given.
And we decided we will not wait till we get embarrassed into doing what is right as a nation. We will take the initiative, we will be proactive, and we will be responsible as a country. So I assure you, we are ready to lead from the front. But for you officers, as I said, you are my biggest asset. Minister of Interior, being CG, is useless without efficient, capable, and competent officers. We give the directive. We provide the lead. You implement. We give directive, you obey, you implement. You are implementers of our ideas. We can have the right ideas, but we need the right personality in you to implement the idea. The time to bring joy to this country, the time of destiny within the context of NIS, the time that you've been waiting for to make NIS a service of pride, a service of integrity, a service of dignity, is not tomorrow, it's now. I don't believe in tomorrow being the future. I believe in the future being today. I charge you, I challenge you, go there and do what we do best as Nigerians. What is that? Creativity. What is that? Sincerity, efficiency, competence. That is who we are. That's what we are. That's what we stand for. Forget about the 1% error decimating the 99% hardworking Nigerians. For me, I care about the 99%. And I'm sure you're one of the 99%. Go there, make us proud. In terms of the training you've been given, implement it as if the life of your families depends on how well you do your job. Implement it as if you sleep and a person of interest gets into this country, the target might be your wife, might be your children, might be you. Implement it with all the act of patriotism that makes us who we are. Never forget this. We are NIS, we are Nigerians, and we are people of pride. God bless you.
However, as I say, everybody spoke to us openly and honestly. We identified some challenges which you have, but we also did identify some absolutely fantastic policies, procedures, work, facilities, organisations within the CCC, etc., that are an absolutely robust foundation for you to move forward as a passenger information unit. The findings from those first couple of days led us to formulate our training, and we had a generalised training on the first day where we covered what a passenger information unit can do, how it can support its competent authorities, how they interact with those, what the data means, how that data is processed, and all that is the purpose of all that is to help maintain that national security and that fight against serious organised transnational crime, whilst facilitating that smooth flow of passengers. So we looked at that in a more broad perspective, because our competent authority representatives don't need to really get into the weeds of how it's all done. What we also looked at is terms of reference, and we were very fortunate to receive an extremely comprehensive standard operating procedure that has been the foundation for the formation of the C3 functionality within the NIS. And we managed to get that and look at it and tailor a session on terms of reference, because the standard operating procedure you have, whilst very comprehensive, sort of sits in between terms of reference and standard operating procedures. Okay, but again, a fantastic piece of work that's been done. From that, then we moved on to look at the different makeups of different passenger information units, how they interact with their competent authorities, whether you have a single agency function like we do here in the CCC, or whether it's a multi-agency, or whether it's separate indeed agencies working in sort of separate PIUs. As the UNOCT, we will always advocate that multi-agency, and it was really refreshing when we took a tour of that absolutely fabulous facility that is the C3 building, that there is already scope in there to have your competent authorities working alongside you within the building. We saw that